Hello everybody. Frankie's finally worn out. See him back there. Good morning. Okay, so I'm catching my breath because it's already been a busy morning. I had a lot of messages from clients, which normally I love, but for some reason, my hormones saw it as an agitation, which is too bad because I love my work. When I'm agitated, 9 times out of 10, 9.5 out of 10, it has absolutely nothing to do with anyone other than I didn't get a good night's sleep. That's one. Then I layered it on with caffeine. And I will not put it down. What a shame, right? And it's hot and humid again. I don't care. I worked so hard over the weekend. Oh, yes, I did. And enjoyed every day that it was nice and dry. I worked outside all day long and really didn't sweat a whole lot. Okay, so I posted 3 videos at once a few days ago, and I just want to say I am feeling so loved right now. Thank you so much for just saying hi. So, did you see that switch in attitude? This is something that I give myself permission to do because in the old days, once I was in a bad mood in the morning, it was going to stay there and everyone was affected by it. What I do and have been practicing for a long time is being okay with not being perfect, but also giving myself permission to stop, drop, and roll, right? Stop, drop all my conceptions of what in the hell I think is going on, and then roll with some peace and acceptance and life in a way that gives me a chance to just kind of flow. That's kind of how I handle it. You can also use HALT, hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And I'm like, tired, check. The other ones, I'm good. So what does that mean? That means I can do something about it, or I can lean into my day, not push. I'm not going to push into my day. I'm going to just lean into it gently and go with it. And remember my gratefuls. For me to be mad that my morning was super busy, because I like a routine with my mornings. I'll catch up on a little bit, but I have all this documentation to catch up on. And a couple people were asking for it. And I forgot to send some helpful videos to a couple clients. So they were like, where are those? So I had to dig for those. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I accidentally deleted some of those videos, especially some of the ones that I did for them. And that was disappointing. So anyway, that's why I think that's why it's good to have like an invisible friend or a higher power Flower, Jesus Christ, whoever it is for you, I'm not judging. As a fly on the wall or a bird on the wall, watching and keeping you company and helping to remind you that it's okay to slow down. And if I go through like I was about to go through my grateful list, and I have given myself permission to just turn on when that happens. It used to be really hard for me to be grateful when my chemicals were going and I was agitated, frustrated, angry, enraged. It was very hard to bring those chemicals down and slow down and then inch my way into sweetness. I know. Oh my God, I've come a long way, baby. But it doesn't mean it's not still work. So if I dropped some. So if I'm in a place where I even inch towards depression or inch towards rage, I really try to catch it as soon as possible. It's just not fair to anyone around me for me to do that. So, okay, so I want to move on to something fun. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. If you get, I'll just digress a second before I move on. If you have trouble adjusting, the way I did it took years for me to be able to get to. Years. But even if I was told how long it would take and how much effort it would take, how much pushing through that wall of stubbornness would take, I still would have worked that hard. Because being on the other side is sweet. And I truly believe life is supposed to be sweet. I do. Speaking of sweet, I'm going to play Romper Room for a minute. I am dying to do this. Linda, Eileen, and Carol. Y'all, and Diana, but especially Linda, Eileen, and Carol. Y'all contact and stay in touch so well. I just love that. Thank you so much. And Diana, you do too. I just love that. I want to say hi to Mark from Dreamscapes. Hey, if you haven't checked out his channel, I'm telling you what, some of that music is just, you accidentally relax. I don't know. I'm a hard ass. So if it works for me, I've tapped into that channel before, and Mark's posted some stuff that's just, some of it's a little too hip for me, honestly. Just like I'm not for everybody either. But some of his stuff is like magic. I really don't know the process that he does on this. I don't know him personally, but holy cow, wonderful. And Flower, hi. My friend Cindy would love you. She would love you. Rainy, you crack me up. Girl, we'd have so much fun hanging out. I love your sense of humor. You really make me smile. Marjorie, I want to say hello and so glad you're here. Along with Denise. Denise, one of the things that Denise mentioned, bless you, was about Frankie's not just grooming but itching. Thank you so much. Now I'm on this new trail of, I've got some lime sulfur. I'm going to give him a bath in later because the bathing that I've been doing hasn't been helping. and the vinegar and water, you know, the apple cider vinegar concoction. And I got him an all-natural flea collar. Turns out it's not all natural. What the hell? It smells good, but it's poison. So I took that off of him. Poor thing. Anyway, I haven't had dogs all my life, so I'm on a learning curve. So thank you for any help I can get. So I was told that, especially where he's licking in his paws, that could be those little grass bugs and mites from the yard. So I'm gonna give him a lime sulfur bath later today. Ugh, that's gonna stink. It is horrible. And we have someone to come to spray the yard Thursday. And then, you know, you see my big grandpup, Hudson, comes in. And since they're in each other's yards all the time, we're gonna start after this one. We're spraying ours, because they did theirs a few weeks ago. But the next time they do those, we're just going to hop on board and do it again. I was outside and those damn grass bugs just give me the creeps. And we have so many mosquitoes out there. I have to spray bug sprayer on me every time I walk out the door, or else I don't even see them. Little bastards. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Did I say hello, Melanie, you sweetheart? And Diana. Oh, BX gal. Hello. I'm so glad you're back. You're a hoot too. Catching up. You're adorable. I just love you guys. Love, love, love. Mwah. Okay, so I don't know if you know this, if you read the comments that other people leave, but Miss Janet and Eileen talk about foundation. And was it Janet or Eileen that mentioned the illuminance? I don't know. Please tell me. I'm sorry. I have to check my messages again too. I'm behind on my messages. I just saw some of the names that had touched base and I got excited. So I read through them. I just haven't answered them yet. So forgive me for that. But guess what? I got the illuminance. Thank you for the suggestion. Let's see how I like it. I'm willing to try something new and different. Yes, I am. Matter of fact, I'm going to use my hands. Oh, so I'm going to tell you what color I decided to get was 309. I'm going to have to get a magnifying glass over here. But I decided on color 309. I don't know what it was called on the color was cited, but because they'll give a color and then they'll give a number, I guess. I don't remember. This was one of my late night shopping decisions. But it's 309. And here's the one that I'm in love with. So this one, they're a little different, right? But here's the one I'm in love with that it's too light. So they're completely different shades. One's warm and one's cool, I guess. I don't know. Here's my mixture. Seems a little lighter than that one. I don't know. I can't tell. Ooh, here's my elf. So I don't know if I chose one that's dark enough. But we're going to find out. Let's find out. I'm not good at picking out colors online. Okay, ready? I'm so excited. Okay. Took a couple pumps to get it going. I like the consistency. Okay. Now, some people don't like wearing foundation because it covers too much. That's why I like this one, is because it still looks so natural and it spreads so easy. This one, it looks like from the instructions, it has a lot of those same goodies. It does have a little bit of a clay smell to it, but it's spreading really nice. So if you like that natural look and you don't like, I think it was Carol. Carol's my sweetheart. Said that foundation didn't really work for her, but oh my gosh, this feels wonderful. If this isn't the right color, I don't care. I'm rubbing it, I'm massaging it in like I usually do. Because I don't like a cakey look. I like to kind of give it a chance to dry up as I'm massaging it in. And because it just feels so good to massage. And I'm thinning out. And remember, I am not a makeup artist. I am not a makeup artist. There we go. Oh, that feels so good. Let's see what it looks like. Well, I am double checking and triple checking, and I'm going to get some makeup off of my hairline. I save, whenever things come with little pads, I save these because they come in handy, especially if you're wiping off makeup off of your hairline. If you're careful and just get the hair, it works pretty good. Try that. And I'll save that and I'll use it again. Well, I have to say, thank you very much. I like it. It looks really natural. It looks like my own skin. And this color is going to, gosh, blend pretty perfect. Matter of fact, I'm going to try a little bit more. Right under my eyes, just for fun. Ah, la 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 la. Oh my. You know, I should look this up on YouTube. I'll bet the reviews are amazing for this makeup. And I'll tell you why. Easy to apply. Not settling in my wrinkles. The reason I don't really overinvest in a lot of makeup reviews for foundation, especially, well, and for anything that takes color. There was a gal who did a foundation. Look it up. 40 foundations. The video is about 2 hours long. And that gal, young, beautiful, hardly any wrinkles, but she did a review in a way that I could relate to. Okay, starting to separate in my wrinkles a little bit, like anything would. I mean, not bad. My skin is so wrinkled that it would be impossible to not set a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and set this while I'm yapping, because that'll keep it from doing that, from my experience. I'm using my lightest powder there through here. Then I'm going to use my everyday powder, or the rest of my face powder. See, it's just a little darker. I've been doing this for a long time, this darker powder thing. It kind of helps me get a little bit of dimension, because I have such thin skin. And then recently, I started using an even darker color. Whoops. Isn't that interesting? Yeah. But I'm enjoying this. I am really enjoying this. So, take this darker color. I don't overdo it. Try not to. Okay, that was fun. So now I'm going to go through and, because I did use a lot right in here, so I'm just gonna go through and gently smooth out any makeup wrinkles. Not bad, my dear. Now, if I use too much powder, it's gonna make it worse. Always. So that is enough. Now I'm gonna just do my eyelids a little bit. Why am I doing all this makeup? I think I'm just excited that I tried a new foundation. I really like it. I really like it. Oh, it felt so good going on. I do have to say I probably won't do that extra layer here, because it just that skin is so thin and so loose that it can't help but wrinkle. It can't help it. But if you don't have thin skin like I do, I think you're gonna love it. I think you're gonna love it. Now, for people like Carol, I think it was Carol. Carol, didn't you say recently that you really, foundation doesn't normally work for you? This one is thin enough, or sheer enough, with just enough color and just enough shine. It just looks absolutely healthy and rolling. So I like those. I like that. And then this is the one I use with 50 sunblock. Love this. It goes on really smooth. And when I was younger, I couldn't afford many choices, and a lot of CoverGirl stuff turned my skin orange. A lot of lipsticks automatically turn more orange on me than they do on normal people. So, and I used to be so, when I was young, I was very poor. I had a lot of pride, and I didn't like telling. I mean, I didn't tell anybody I was so poor. And I would go hungry because I was poor. And, you know, I didn't even really think about it because I grew up so poor. I didn't think about, oh, I'm hungry. I don't remember ever doing that a lot. I think sometimes when you finally get used to not eating much, your system doesn't crave food the way it does when you eat on a consistent basis, right? And then the messages you tell yourself, oh, I need to eat 3 times a day. Oh, I need to eat 2 times a day. Oh, I need to eat so much food. Oh, I need to clean my plate. My thought was, oh, yay, there's food. I mean, I never went more than a day or 2 without food, probably. Maybe 3 at the most without any food. But there's usually something. There was usually something. I remember stealing food. I remember going into a grocery store and thinking how much I hated to steal, but I knew I had to get some food. And I was young. I was way too young to work. I didn't even think about a job. I must have been, I don't know, 11, 12, something like that. I had been babysitting off and on, but not for a long time because I couldn't get anywhere. Went into a grocery store and I don't know what it looked like. All I know is that I was always small, always like unusual because I was so white and I had so much hair and I was so skinny. I think I was 65 pounds till size 6X until I was in 9th, 10th grade. So, I mean, I was skinny. I was freaking weirdly skinny. And I went into a grocery store and we had Oscar Mayer lunch meat. It was pretty popular back then. It really hit the markets hard. And the Oscar Mayer hot dogs. And I stole, it's a comedy. God, it's a sad after school story. But I remember barely getting a package of Oscar Mayer lunch meat and a freaking loaf of bread. That's how naive I was. And God watched over me so many times with angels. And I didn't appreciate it. I walked out of there with a loaf of bread and a package of lunch meat under my little shirt. And instead of being grateful that I walked out with a meal for a week, I heard somebody say, she just stole a loaf of bread and lunch meat. Let her go. But I accidentally heard it. And I had such shame. I wish there was a way. I wish there was a way I could gift. I know it was at least 2 people. I was too embarrassed to really observe. I mean, I walked in, put it under my shirt and walked out. I just wish there was a way I could bless them with how they blessed me. Because I needed that. I think that's why I work with people with trauma so well, is because I know what it's like to be hurt and yet be ashamed at the same time. I know what it's like to work hard to push through that. And then I also know what it's like, and it's such a beautiful way, to be truly grateful for such an interesting, crazy adventure that has taught me truly not to just hate my circumstances or the people who hurt me, but to be so grateful for the people that along my journey I forgot about until I got into recovery. Oh, so many times I was so blessed with people that helped me along my journey. And at the time, I was so rebellious and so ashamed that I acted like a tough little girl, like I didn't notice, or like, okay, what, you know. Of course, I wasn't like I see the young kids today. I didn't act like that. I was a country girl from the farm. I didn't act like that. So, I mean, I'm owning how I was, but I'm not gonna over, you know, dramatize it. It was hard. It was tough. I mean, I was, you know, a lot of people out there were raised by people who did not know how to raise children. You know, we used to say when I worked in patient treatment, one of the things we used to say in staffings on occasion was, this client was raised by wolves. They don't know how to do or cope with anything. We're going to have to teach them everything, starting from ground zero. They didn't learn any of this as a toddler, as a adolescent. What a shame, right? Really a shame. I had a lot to learn. So if you're suffering, what I can tell you is be gentle on yourself, because there are some things you just weren't taught. And you'll think, why am I going through this over and over and over and over again? It's because you will go through it over and over again until not only do you learn, now I know what's happening, but when you get the self-discipline to recognize what's happening and then stop. And then stop. That's the tricky part. Oh, I realize I'm going around the block of the old bar I used to go to. I'm going around and around. But then you have to stop going around the bar. Oh, I realize I screamed at my spouse again, or my neighbor, or my kids, or my dog. But you have to be able to get strong enough to shut your mouth. I know. But I should be able to say what I want to say. No. No. When you were a child, you should have been taught. No. And then taught other things you could do instead. Like breathe, calm down. Think about the other person. Was there a reason they behaved that way? Do they need help? Do you need to decide to stop spending time with that person, even though they're offering you free bubblegum? Right? Learn how to play on the playground with the nice kids, not the bullies. See, if you come from a dysfunctional family, and that term was overused for decades, you don't get to learn the basics. Okay? So take it easy on yourself. Heck yeah, I didn't know people ate 3 times a day. I didn't have table manners. I mean, I had table manners. I didn't have comfort at the dinner table. If I sat at somebody's dinner table and I saw people following all these rules, I was very uncomfortable and nervous. I knew how to follow along, but it wasn't relaxing. It wasn't relaxing. So when people were eating on TV trays in front of their television, oh, what a relief. You know, because I was so blessed. I got invited to people's houses when I got older. People's parents loved me. See, I'm going to cry again. Oh, I'm so emotional today. Maybe I have like some kind of hormone thing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter why I'm so emotional. You know what? Bring it on. Because I love feeling so grateful. I love it. I love feeling so grateful that I get tears. Do you know, I almost got adopted by a couple different families because everybody's parents loved me, but I would run away. I would run away before they had a chance. Oh God, if I could say I was sorry to those people and apologize and thank them, really thank them for trying. I don't even remember their names. That's sad. Oh, I'm such a damaged child. So if you're one of those people that had a crazy childhood, remember this. You're not a child anymore. You're not being abused anymore without your permission. If you're in a relationship with people who are still abusing you or don't care about your feelings, try this. Try to think, I've made a decision. I've made a decision to stay in this shit relationship because I'm getting enough out of it for now. So I'm going to quit threatening to leave, and even if it's just in my head, I'm just going to have a plan. I'm going to save $5 a week, $10 a week, whatever you can do. $1 a week, I don't care. I'm going to start trying to here and there put together clothes for if I get a job. I'm going to, you know what? I'm getting rid of this mascara. It is old enough. And I was told to try, let me get my glasses on. I've been waiting to open this. I've had this for so long. I cannot remember who told me to try this. I'm sorry. If it was one of you, let me know. It is called Maybelline. Maybelline's such a classic. Lash Sensational. Lash Sensational. That's it. Lash Sensational. And of course, I always get black. Black, black, black. See, that's what I needed. I was so emotional this morning. So, look, it's got a curved wand. Just a little gentle curve. But then I'm going to also bend the wand a little bit. This is the first wand in a long time I've had that didn't stay bent. Huh. Oh, well. It's got a little tiny curve in it. We'll try it. Okay, so I go from the top down first. Kind of a stiff. Oh, well. All right. It's all right. I don't like not being able to bend my wand. So I'm going to use the curved part here more than the inside, especially for the top. I just feel like I have more control with that part. See? That edge that pops out. Oh yeah, I can control that much better. Because if I do this, I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm not going to do that. All right, so I'm back to you. If you had an abusive, excuse me, if you had an abusive childhood, you're in an abusive relationship, you don't have to be ashamed of it. You're doing the best you can. It's hard. It's hard. When you were abused as a kid, you just expect the life isn't probably going to get much better. You start to lose hope. And if you can't get out of the relationship for various reasons, remember this. You don't have to. One of the things you can do, and I hope that if you're being truly abused physically, I hope you're protecting yourself. I'm just saying that foundation's pretty good. Especially if you like more coverage. That's pretty good makeup. I don't think I think it's Carol that said she doesn't wear a whole lot of foundation. I think you would like this. Also, one that I'm going to try one of these days is CoverGirl has one that's a moisturizer foundation. And that gal who did the review I was just telling you about, she said it's like just a barely tinted moisturizer, and it's really nice. So I'm going to try that for days off as well. Also, I can tell you this. I don't use sunblock the way I should, but I keep this in my... This is 30. I bought this by mistake. 30 is nothing for me. But before I even leave my bedroom, I have one in my bra drawer, so I'll spray my neck and back. But I'll go outside with the dogs, and I'll spray it on my hair. And face. Even if it's just a little bit. A little bit is better than nothing, in my opinion. I'm not a doctor. Don't listen to me. Dear God in heaven, don't do that. I'm just saying, that's how I feel about it. Woo! I feel like I had a therapy session. So, yeah, if you're going to be a little moody today, accept it and do the next right thing. How am I going to get through this day? And, make the best of it. What do I have today to be grateful for? And I'm telling you what, I know there's something. I know there's something. That's all there is to that. So, I love you. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day. And I'm doing everything I can for Frankie and his poor skin. Oh, poor baby. I really massaged apple cider vinegar water mixture into his fur and soaking his feet with it the last couple of days. He's getting that sulfur bath later today. We're spraying the yard. No more flea collars, no more flea medicine. His immune system's getting attacked enough by the environment. So, yeah, natural flea collar. I don't know what's wrong with people. Just because it smells good. All right. Y'all have a great day. I'm heading to work. Mwah. Bye for now.